tons of time for Q&A, and I'm sure you might all have questions. I usually start out with a question, but I think I'll go ahead and open it up if anyone has immediate questions. Anyone? Okay, I have a question. Addie Chu, your title, what does it mean?
It's the way my grandmother sneezed. It was a long, long build-up. It was Addie, Chew. And it was like several Addies before there would be Addie Chew. But I don't know. It was just something very unique to my grandmother. And this was just all around her funeral. That when I made this one, it's not explicit in there. Nothing really explicit about it. Just the time period that I was making it. So.
Thank you. And while we're on the subject of titles, I have a question for Simon. I think your titles are are all different kinds of wind.
It's come from an encyclopedia of the wind, which I found in France, and because before we were used to name the wind, before that, at the time when we have a stronger relation to, I know here you have a big relation to wind and to tempest. I read about Ezel, from the 50s, right? And the day I came with tempest. So, but we were used to give name to the winds, and they are like in France, like more like 650 wind that as we knew them. So these were extract from this different kind of wind, which are able to name different kinds of sequences. So, yeah.
If there's 650 different names for winds, is there one for truck wind?
The movie is the answer. But Master Wind, maybe you know Zephyr is the name of the south. It's a hot wind and soft. That's why it's in summer. And Galerne in the middle is a wind from Bretagne, with a very hard wind. And Maître Vent means master wind. So this doesn't mean it's not a person. It's the wind itself, and it's the name that farmer used to give to the wind also in Bretagne in France.
Thank you. And Sugar Beach, it's for me. It's interesting its relationship to time, because it feels like every little. I mean, I suppose every little circle is a different time period, and then they're all sort of dancing together, compressed in one space.
Yeah, that's right. The whole film is just one dot at a time, and then the film is back wound and shot again and again and again until it ran out of light. And it was a nice surprise to be working hard on it all day long and then see that it turned out okay.
And Bjorn, maybe you could say a bit about your piece. It has this mysterious quality, and I'm wondering if you could also talk about your title, Torque, and what that means in the context of the film.
Yeah, I don't know maybe I can say that the film is one shot, so it's nothing digital about that film. We shot it and then brought it to the lab, and that's what came out. And yeah, I kind of call it talk because the talk works like even if it goes in a circle, or if it goes straight. And since we went in a circle, but the movement looks straight in the center, so we decided something in between. I call it talk. Yeah. Something else? Did I answer your question?
Andy?
Bjorn, you wouldn't be punning on tracking shots, now would you?
What do you mean? I didn't get that really. Sorry.
A tracking shot, like where the camera moves, and then moves here and moves here. It's like the last shot of Jean-Luc Godard's When
Okay.
That's what I thought you were planning on.
It-
A tracking shot, which is such a staple of suspense movies. Like the suspense is what's going to happen next, or when is he going to stop?
Yeah, one idea was also that, like, if you have, if you, like, we saw in the next film that if you have, like, shots from tracks, like railroad tracks in films, it's most of the time it goes like this, or it goes like this, or you see it from the side. So I wanted to do something which is completely against the function of the tracks, of course. So it's kind of also a bit, yeah, it's meant to be a bit ironic. I don't know if it's, and it's also that I want to show the same thing over and over again, but not. So I don't know. I kind of with that film, people try to find out where the zero cut is, or like try to find where something is repeating, but there's no image really repeating, because when we come back to the same tracks, the dolly already has another position, a different position than it had before.
Just to follow up, just because it follows up, did you have to do a few takes? Because it's one long shot. Did you do a few takes?
Yeah, it's shot. Yeah, we did it. We shot it in a railroad museum in Hungary, actually. And when we did it the first time, the thing is that we had to wait for the right weather, because if you go like 360 degrees, it has to be cloudy, otherwise you see yourself at some point, right? So, and the first time there was something, the camera was broken, so we wasted 3 reels, and then we were a bit, like, it's always very difficult to get these anamorphic lenses, so we had to do it again, and they realized that we were a bit in trouble, and they raised the price a bit, so we had to be very fast with the second one. We had just 2 hours, and yeah, I think we did like 4 shots, and 1 worked out actually.
Eli?
I was just wondering what you thought, Simon, about where the comedy nature of it comes from. Whether it's an obvious like cause and effect, and we sort of always know what's coming, but we still laugh. I'm wondering what you think that is, and maybe what you're getting at, what you're playing with.
I think this, for me, the way I saw it now, because when you do that, you just play as a child in a way, But the way I saw it is like a theater of different kind of moods, and you laugh, but sometimes you get deception, or you get hope, fear, destroying things, or happiness, or I don't know, existence, like when you are old, and that something is too big for you, I don't know, existence, I don't know what to say. So you get a lot of different, in fact, there's many kind of emotion, and the thing is to be able to go from 2 different kind of emotion from one to another in a very short time, and yeah, this is as you know, like child can cry and laugh in the 2 minutes after, So that's the kind of emotion. But the main thing is I think it's in this movie, and is to be able to feel that from wasted object. And waste objects are very important thing, and because they are useless and they don't have any more function. So once the function is destroyed, you are free to live with the object, and you're not expected to the core to. The objects are not expected to the core to be useful, So, and once the function is destroyed, you get vacuity in the experience. So you get vacuity, and so you get experiences. So you see that in a lot of burlesque movies, the destroy of things, they always like Laurel and Hardy, they destroy a piano. Buster Keaton, he wants to do things. It's always things always turn into a mess, and like and so this is a burlesque process, I think, to destroy something, and so in order that that things can become something else. But the important thing is that you don't decide the way they are going to be. So things happen in spite of yourself. That's the main point, and which is not like misappropriation, but maybe more deviation of something. And for example, one time in Paris where I live, I went on the sidewalk. There was someone who threw a TV, and so I just went away. And when I go back, someone has kicked a shot on the TV, so the TV was destroyed. And the day after, people start to throw rubbish in the TV. So this was typically a burlesque process. So I don't know if I answered.
Bjorn, I wanted to ask if this film has anything in correlation with your exhibition.
No, not really. Actually, no. I made this. I don't know. I had a film here last year. I shot 3 films in one take, and 2 I made in the studio. So and this one I made outside, and the exhibition is more. I mean, it is a circle as well, but no, not really actually. This is more like the exhibition. I see it more as how can I say? It's maybe a bit lighter or something. I don't know. This is like it follows the other 2 films quite strict. I think graphical. It's more graphical. But, yeah.
Any other questions? I have a question for Josh. I was just wondering about, I mean, your films for me always have sort of an amazing texture, and they also have this feeling of compression of time or glimpses of dreamlike quality. And I'm just wondering, in this, I think you in some description I read of this film, it's imagery that you shot on a video camera. It's like, and I'm just wondering how it's processed and how you come to this.
Yeah, the little animation you see mostly in the background, the red shifting things, were just things that I did on a desktop scanner with Windows Movie Maker a very, very long time ago that I'd just been sitting on. And then the Super 8 was a bunch of Kodachrome that was given to me after they stopped being able to process Kodachrome, so it's all cross-processed as sort of black and white, but you can't get a really good black and white, so it's more sepia tone-ish. And then the video was just a flip camera, the Flip HD camera, and I just wanted to, I had such good results transferring video to film from Niagara Custom Labs, actually, with the film that's playing tomorrow, that I wanted to just explore doing more stuff with that and layering things. Everything I'd done so far was just like 16 millimeter tape spliced in a row, no superimposition, nothing, just straight lines. So I just wanted to do something with more layering of imagery, and so transferred everything digitally, edited it, and then went back out to film that way. And yeah, that's the texture. And the shortness is, my very first film was about an hour long, and it took me several years to make it, and ever since then, everything I've made's been under 5 minutes. So just everything I've done has been very, very short, from 30 seconds to, I generally stay around, 100-foot reel.
You pack a lot into that time. I always find that your films, those moments stay with me. Like I think we showed a 57-second one with sheep on a hillside, which just stays in your brain. Any more questions? So I'd like to thank all of the filmmakers. Thanks so much for participating. And I hope you come back for our 9 o'clock show. We have a short film by Kathy Rue and John Torres' new feature film, Lucas Nino, which is really remarkable, and it's a great program. See you soon.